Dr. Lipton. You were going to tell us about hierarchical structures.
Sure. So there are again, how you make things, and in particular teeth. Teeth are actually, have several length scales associated with them, from the continuum, from the length scale of where you're actually chewing something, grinding it up, to the cellular length scale. And so the idea is you want to know what contributes to the structure of a tooth, so that, hey, if you make a crown, you want to make it so that it's compatible with the surrounding teeth, and it behaves like the surrounding teeth. So what makes a tooth a tooth? And so you begin to see that many things, as you descend in length scale, are cooperating together such that they give you the end result, a tooth, at the macroscopic length scale. And so what you would like to do, though, is understand the transfer of stress from, say, microns to centimeters, the size of the tooth. So how does a stress concentration at a micron affect the tooth's performance at 1 centimeter? And so I've been working on numerical methods to capture the hierarchy of things going on within a tooth. And so there we're using the equations of linear elasticity, but you want to capture this using a computer. And so you want your output of your computer experiment that you run on your computer to actually take into consideration the micron effect of a stress concentration all the way up to the centimeter effect. And how do you do that? How do you do that on a computer? So together with another person, Ivo Babushka at the University of Texas, we have what is called a hierarchical basis, a set of basis functions which start at small scales and ramp up all the way to the large scales. And using that, we can encode incredible amounts of information in our computational experiments. And in doing so, we found a fairly, compared to other methods, inexpensive way to do this sort of thing. And so you probably noticed JPEG files or various things where they send these pictures over long distances, and then at the end the file is then reprocessed, and then a picture appears. But it was sent as a bunch of ones and zeros, and then reassembled, and it made a picture. Well, our basis does the same thing. We have we capture what we need to capture using this basis and using what are called Fourier coefficients, and we inform our machine using the Fourier coefficients, and then we can compute using those Fourier coefficients, and then at the end of the day, we reassemble everything and we have our answer. So it's a way of data compression, compute with the compressed data, and then uncompress it to get the answer. So then this is a computational method. And these types of methods are called spectral methods.
Okay, now you mentioned like a JPEG being sent over the internet. Now there's different types of internet protocols. One of them involves packet sending. Would packet sending, where it breaks down the picture into so many little packets and sends those across, and then reassembles the packets once it gets to its destination, would that be using the math that you're describing here?
Well, it would be using it in almost, instead of transferring information, we're going to take information and operate on it to get a big cohesive picture. So we'll take all those packets and reassemble them together to get the big picture. And so it's only in this particular case, we're not communicating to, from point A to point B. We're just computing within a computer. And what we do is we break it down into packets. We compute, operate, and assemble these packets into an ordering, and then uncode the packets to get the result. So the idea is it's fast computation. We turn it into another language, compute using this other language, then untranslate it and get our answer. So the key is that this translation using these methods allows for a fast, quick computation, and then after it's computed, then it's just decoding it. So it's a two-step method. So, or three-step method: encoding it, computing it, decoding it for the answer. And this is what, and so this is analogous to sending a JPEG, except here you're sending information. Here we're using that information, computing with it, and then decoding it.
Now, if I was just the normal person on the internet, I don't think I would ever think all that would go into, hey, I'm sending a picture of my dog to mom, and then she sees it like 2 seconds later. I mean, that's crazy how fast all this works and how far we've come with math and science and technology.
Yes, yes. And again, that's right. It's crazy. So that's sending information using it, and we were computing information on a computer using that kind of idea. So yes, it is. But again, it's how would you say, the essence of all these tools, or let us say the intuition behind all these tools, have been around for around 200 years. It's just the creative application of the intuition to the case at hand, which enables, say, fast transfer of images using packets, using in the JPEG technology, or spectral methods in computational science.